Hi, this is Allie from Allie Katz Crafts. I'm here to bring you a video on the Paper Pumpkin January 2026 special delivery Paper Pumpkin Kit. With this kit, you can make 9 cards and there's 9 envelopes in it. I've used up pretty much most of the stuff, so I really don't have much to show you, but I can show you the back. You will get 3 sets of these images with the roses and the I think it's forget-me-nots, and then then three of those, a bunch of sentiment things, and you get these little postage stamps, and there's like a sentiment inside there, and of course there's the envelopes. They'll have decorations on the outside. You get a stamping spot and some stamps and a tear tape and dimensionals. So you could order this separately, and this is what it looks like, and you can use these in your cards, and you can use them anytime. That's what's cool about Stampin' Up, is that it doesn't matter if you use old stuff. I mean, they prefer that if you're a demonstrator to use the newer stuff to show it off. And I do use the newer stuff, but I like to go back to my old Paper Pumpkin stuff and my old stamps. It's fun. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to make 2 cards. I try to do 2 cards in each video so that, and they're the same, but they're not. I just do them a little bit different. So usually they're 2 cards. So we're going to start out with a card base, and I'll set this right here so you can read it. If you want to take a picture, you can. I'll set it right there so you can see the directions. So card base is 5.5 by 8.5, folded in half, scored at 4 1/4. First layer, I'm going to use Secret C paper, 4 inches by 5 1/4. Then we're going to cut out of the envelopes, I cut out a bunch of these little squares, 1 inch by 1 inch. I mean, 1 inch by 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 inches. It's an old punch that I have. Had it for years. And we're going to use this out of the kit. Aside from the square piece of paper. So we're going to use the blue envelope. And I cut it up into squares with my paper punch. And I've already inked the other one, so I'm going to show you what I did. So the video could go a little bit longer. I'm going to go shorter. So I'm going to grab my brush. And on the envelope, see how you see the little white spot there? That's what I'm trying to cover up. Plus, it makes it look really good. So I went around all the edges of each of these to kind of cover up that little white spot, because that was part of the envelope when you cut it up. I can show you one of the envelopes in a minute, okay? So you can see, in case you don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go around, and I'm going to ink up all these little squares. And I've already done the pink ones and the green ones. So just go around the edges. And this helps kind of hides those white spots. That's the whole idea why I did this. But then I started looking and go, well, that looks pretty good. So I'll do it to all of them. And it looks really good. I like when I ink it. Sometimes I don't think about it. And I don't know why, I just don't. I just get excited about making my cards and just don't think about it. And there's other times I go, oh, I gotta ink this because this looks really good. So it's up to you whether you want to ink it. You could cut your squares a little bit further away from that area, but I don't want to waste any of my envelope. So now that's done, and I've already inked the other ones. So the next thing I want to do is I want to pull out my little stamp here. Well, actually, it's not a stamp. It's a paper, but it's shaped like a stamp. So I'm going to get the cancellation, which came out of this. These are the stamps. Sorry I didn't show this to you. It says, sending love, you brighten my day, just for you, airmail, and happy Valentine's Day. It has a little cancellation stamp. And it's a cute little round cancellation one. So you can do that, anything you want on it. Happy Valentine's Day. And it has little hearts and airmail. So I'm going to get my basic gray ink. And I'm going to cancel this stamp. I'm going to squish it together to make sure it does a good image. So I'm going to cancel the stamp right about there. So that part is done. Pretty cool, huh? I thought it was pretty cool. I'm going to grab out my little cleaner here and clean it off just like this, see? I cut apart my little pad. My friend Lori sent me a bunch for my seniors card class. So I started cutting them up. I figured I could preserve them a little bit longer, number one. And number two, it works better. Look how good and clean it gets cleaned. I don't have to like really stress out about it anymore. Get it totally clean. So that's the very first thing I wanted to do. So now I have my paper right here, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I'm going to start gluing down my things. So I want to put one right here. Let me get them all out. Oh, this is from the card base, by the way. As you can see, I inked it. I'll put one right there. One right there. And I'm gonna you need to make sure that they fit a certain way. One right there. One right there. So you gotta. So I like to lay it out a little bit so I could see. So those are the important edges for now. So now I'll get my glue out, and we will start gluing down those edges. Because now I know pretty much how far I need to go from there. So I'm gonna put some glue on here, and you want to put a little bit more than normal so that you can move it around in case you don't get exactly where you want it. And I don't press it down all the way. Oops, moved it a little bit too much there. Just stick it down there lightly, so we can still move it around if it isn't exactly where you want it. So I'm gonna put the next one down. And I should have went corner to corner. I did not do that. That's the ideal thing. So as you can see, this one needs to be moved over a little bit. So I put this one down. That's why we do corner to corner. That way you could actually get it positioned right where you want it. That one right there. Now I have it where I want it. Oh, not quite straight. There we go. So those ones can be down. So I'm going to turn it a little bit to make it easier. So now I'm going to put that one down, and then these ones down. Okay? And again, put plenty of glue on there. Allow yourself to move around in case you don't get exactly where you want it. So you want to try and keep that edge the same distance. And if you want, you could get your little ruler out and do all that. I don't think I need to. It's a handmade card. It's going to look beautiful in the end. Trust me. And if people know you, they know it's handmade and they're not going to criticize. In fact, a lot of times they don't even notice it. I'm the more critical. We are critical of our own work. Put that right there. So those look good. Now I'm going to press those down. Now I'm going to grab, I think, this corner one. Yeah. That way you get it all lined up again. Like I said, the corners are that'll set the stage for everything. So you need to make sure you do your corners. Put that about the same distance like I did on the other one. Now I'm going to grab this one. Is that where I wanted it? Or did I want it right here? Oh yeah, I do. I want one here. One here. And one here. Is that how I wanted it? No, I want it right there. Yeah, because I kind of had them go across from each other. I forgot there for a second. Okay, and then I'll put this one down. And notice how it fits right in there once you get your corners done. It'll fit right where it needs to go. The right distance and everything. That's the best part. So now I just press those down, and I'll do the next one. I think the hardest part for me was trying to figure out exactly where I want the squares. But this is a fun thing. If you have a 1 1/4 inch punch, or you could just you could cut on your paper cutter too, if you don't have one. I've just had these punches forever. Got a little goober on there. Look like glue. And I never get rid of them. Punches, I love punches. I never get rid of them. So I'll put that one down. My dauber almost rolled off the table as always. Okay, there. So we have that. So now I'm going to place this stamp right there, but I'm going to put it on dimensionals. Get my dimensionals out. Here they are. And I need to bring in my, where's that, my pink. Set it up here. Right up here on the edge here. Where did I put it? I don't want to use Secret Sea ribbon. I had it over here. It was a really pretty pink. Oh, here it is. It's not a Stampin' Up! One, but I love this ribbon. And I wish Stampin' Up! Had this color. I think I'd probably get it. Just because I think it's so pretty. Okay. I'm going to pull my ribbon. And what I want to do is watch. It's going to go right here behind here. Just like that. Okay? So I'm going to take and hold it like this. Get my tear and tape, which is in my drawer. And this kit came with tear and tape. But I'm not using that yet because I don't need to open it up. I still have some. So there we go. Pull off the backing. This is going to be a really cute card. Just wait and see. There we go. And we'll center this the best we can. Like so. And there's the card. Pull this apart a little bit. Make it look all fancy. So let me close my ink so I don't put my hand in it. I almost put the ribbon in it. Then I'm going to take this and put it on the front of the card. So it's best to build your card on this first, not directly on the thing. I tried it on the other thing and it works out okay, but I like this better. So you're going to look at it real close. Going to go corner to corner. So you're looking from here to here and there to there. And that looks pretty good. We'll put it down. Okay. Very pleased with that. So I'm going to grab my pink. Little glitzy stuff to put on it. And I will get my Take or Pick tool, which is in my drawer. It's a good place to keep it because it rolls off the table sometimes. So I will put one right here, maybe one right here, and probably one right there. So wait a couple seconds, let it dry. I find it's better if I let it dry. So we'll just let that dry for a second. I'll take a drink of my water. I'm still getting over my cold. I don't like getting colds. I don't get sick very often. When I do, it's not a party. Okay, it's kind of a basic card, but it's really pretty. See, there's the card. Very fun, very easy. And you could do it too, trust me. And I might add a little more a little bit later, but for now, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So the next one, we're going to do the same process, but we're going to put something different on the front. And this one, I have already inked over all of them, so that it won't go as long. So I'm going to start with this corner, like I did before. And we already know the measurements, because you saw me with the other card. Just a little bit like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, I guess. I'm going to grab the other corner one. I just kind of have the papers over out of the way so that they don't get all mixed up over here and in the way. So put that one down. I'll grab my next one. And we'll get this one down. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to go up in this corner. It was fun cutting these out. I just got my little punch and grabbed the card base. And I thought, well, I want to use this envelope. And I put the envelope and did that. Did all the edges that were kind of uneven because, you know, I have the little flap. Just made it so much easier. Sorry, I keep putting this out of camera. Okay, and then this one. There we go. It's coming along. See, it doesn't take very long once you have everything set up. So you can see this is where the fold was on the envelope. A little flap. So like, we won't be able to tell. So I used every part of the envelope that I can every time I make my cards. That one right there. I'm going to get my green ones next. So on this card, I did everything on here without the kit, except for a couple, like the extra paper and stuff. This is too close. I didn't like it. So I'm going to take it off because it has not set. I'll put more glue on. I'll make it a little bit further because it was too close for me. That's better. Okay. Move this way. I'll grab my blue one. Put this one right here. Just like that. And then the green one. And all the edges have been inked. I think it makes it stand out a little bit more. And I chose Secret Sea for the background because I thought that would really make the square stand out. That was the whole reason for that. Okay. So let's glue this on my card front. Same thing, match it up all the corners. Okay, there we go. Press it down real good. Now, my friend Allie gifted me this cute little rose. I thought that would be really cute on here. So we're going to grab my little ribbon and we're going to put a bow around it. Cute little bow. So, do I want to do a double bow? I think I'll do a double bow. Let's do this. Okay, so what you do is take and double your ribbon. Okay. And then, gotta allow yourself enough room though. That's one. Okay, and then bring this around. I thought I had double here. I guess I did not. Let me look at that again. Yes, I do have double. Never mind. I just wasn't looking at it correctly. Yeah. No, not really, do I? Okay, well, you know what? I know what we'll do. We will do this. I think that's the problem. There we go. That's what I did wrong. Double bows, sometimes you got to really think about them. But I like double bows. I think it gives it more, makes it really cool. I think so. So here we go. I suppose I could have done it, you know, and then glued it to the front, but I kind of wanted to wrap it around. That was my whole thinking. Okay. Then, nope, still didn't turn out. Okay, we're going to do it the other way. See, everybody makes mistakes. You know, it just happens. I don't really worry about it that much. Okay, then I'll cut this right here. This will be much easier. I'm going to tie this in a knot in the middle. There we go. Now I have my double bow. That's what I wanted. See? Okay. And I'll get my dimensionals, or my dots. I ran out. I need to get more. These are my paper pumpkin ones, which are great. Don't get me wrong. I like the paper pumpkin ones. Put that on there. Pull off the backing. Come on. There we go. We'll put our bow down. And I'll glue our flower down. And it already has dimensionals on the flower, so you don't need to dimensionalize it. See how it's kind of like lifted a little bit right there? So we'll put our little rose on there. So thank you, Allie, for sending this to me. I really, really like it. And I knew that I'd use it in something. So I took these roses to the senior center and made cards yesterday. And I had 3 left that I could use for myself. I was so happy. But they made some really cute cards. So let's put some bling on this. I'm going to put some glue down, and I will come back and show you the little cards they made yesterday. We made Valentine's Day cards. Grab them out. I'll grab my sample of what I had in my little bag here. Where's that? Here we go. So I always make one in advance with them. It goes like that. Happy Valentine's Day. That was their card. And then I made one with them. So, and then here's the envelope. We took and put the paper on the back and stamped parts all the way across. And they had fun. That's another way you can decorate your envelope. Just put the paper on the back. It's a really good, easy thing. So let's put some of these little dots on here. There we go. I have not decided what to put on the inside. I went back and forth. I'm doing anniversary cards for my church. So I was thinking this would be a cute anniversary card. So I might just, you know what? I'm going to do this. Watch. Got my thing. I'm going to put a little rose in the bottom because this came with the kit, which I love. I think I want to do it in Bubble Bath. Okay. I'm going to do something to show you something a little bit different. I'm going to get my daubers out. I'm going to use Old Olive like I used on the card on the front. And I'm going to use the Bubble Bath. So, if you want to get the color everywhere where you want it, just take and daub it on here. I'm doing the rose and Bubble Bath. So I'll put lots of ink on there. Then I'm going to grab my Old Olive. And everywhere where the leaf is, I'm going to put Old Olive there. So it'll come out with 2 colors as opposed to 1. And then next thing you do, you have to go, and look what happens. Let's turn it this way. Look at that. It's 2 colors on there. Pretty fun and easy, isn't it? Okay. So let's do that on the other card. So we're going to grab our bubble bath thing and just go around, just do the bubble bath on the flower only. And we're going to get our Old Olive. A little hair right there. Okay. Then we're going to take our flower, huff on it for a second, and put it down. There we go. So the next thing I want to do is I need to clean my fingers. I got ink on my fingers. So we have that, and I have my anniversary. Where is it? Happy anniversary. Oops. Okay, put on my little pad here. I'm going to set these aside because I need to do the envelope in a minute. Now I'm going to grab out, where's it at? Here it is. Balmy blue. I'm going to put happy anniversary. Let me check it. Yeah, that's a good color. I want to make sure it's dark enough. Stick it on here. Happy anniversary. Hold it down for a second and lift it up. And I got ink on the outside. You don't want that. There, clean it off. So there's a happy anniversary on that one. And let's do happy anniversary on this one. And the reason I did that is because I rocked it when I said it. If I just straight up tap, 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 it's a better ink. Happy anniversary. There we go. Okay, now the last thing I want to do, where's it at? Here it is. It's in a different spot. So I want to do this. Where do I want it? What color ink? I can't decide the ink though. Let me see. I think that might be enough. But I was thinking of putting this thing that says love, love, love. I'll stamp it right there. Ooh, that would be really good. Okay, let's do that in Mossy Meadow. Yeah, I like that. So I'll stick that right here. There we go. See? I'll have that out. Might as well do the other one. There we go. Love. I really like that stamp. It's the first time I've used it. So there's that. Now let me grab 2 envelopes right over here where I have them. And we will stamp the envelopes. And I think I want to do this. The rose again. But let's put the love on the back of this. That looks really cute there, actually. I was hesitant to use this, but now I'm thinking, ooh, for an anniversary card, that's a good one. There we go. And I'll close up my ink so I don't get it messy up. And I'm going to get my little daubers out again. Let's start with the pink. We'll do the rose again. So if you have the markers, you could do the same thing. But sometimes I notice with these clear stamp that it doesn't do a very good job. So that's why I thought I'd go directly to the ink this time. Those markers are amazing. They're good for everything. So I'm going to get the green out. Old Olive. Do a second color over here. And then I'm going to stamp this right on the top of on the bottom of my envelope. Be sure to do that huff there. There we go. That turned out so good. I really like that. So we'll turn this guy over and we'll do the next one. Same thing. do my bubble bath first. You're just pouncing on it. Okay, and let me get my old olive dauber just dropped on the floor. Okay, where'd it go? Things roll around in here. There it is. It was under my chair. So I highly recommend these daubers. My friend Lori gave them to me, and they're wonderful. I use them all the time. Be sure and do your huffing, like I told you, because that's very important. Because what you do is you're replenishing the ink, because the ink dries pretty quick. So if you go to stamp it after you did it fresh, sometimes it won't go perfect or down good enough. So what you do is you blow your hot air on it, and it does it for you. See, there's the front, and there's the back. And here's our 2 cards. And my friend Allie gave me this. And the inside says, "Happy anniversary," with a cute little rose in here. And say, "Take care." So these cards are going to be going to my church for the person who does all the card doing. I make the cards and she sends them out. I don't make all the cards, but I do make quite a bit. So thank you for watching. Please like and share my video. And if you need any projects, just look up my name, Allison Clark, in Nakona, Texas. I'd be glad to help you. And have a wonderful day. Bye.